Hello everyone, welcome to Shet Vidya Mandir Junior College of Commerce and Science audio video lecture series. This is your maths professor Jaya Sharma and I'm continuing with lesson number 2 matrices from maths 1. This video we will be seeing sums from exercise 2.3. There are sums based on solving simultaneous equation wherein we will be seeing two different methods by which these equations can be solved. Let us start with first sum here. I'm taking one question. X plus 2y is equal to 2, and there is another equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 3. Now this is the question given to us, and they are asking us to solve the equations using inversion method. Okay, there are two methods by which equations can be solved. One is inversion and another is reduction method. We will see each of them one by one. Very first, I am solving this sum by using inversion method. So what we do, we write the given equations in matrix form, and that can be done in this way. Just check out how I am taking the matrices. Okay, the given equations can be written in matrix form as, now very first one will be a 2 by 2 matrix wherein two variables are used. So we will be writing their coefficients like this. Okay, coefficient of x is 1 and second equation 2. So I write it here. Coefficient of y is 2 and 3. So we write it this way here. Second matrix, two variables are there. So we write x and y. Your third matrix, whatever is given in RHS, 2 and 3, these values we will write here. Okay, so here we have represented the given equation in matrix form. Next, we will say consider AX is equal to B. Now what we are doing here, we are assigning names to the different matrices here, where A is equal to 1, 2, 2, 3. X is equal to XY, a matrix of 2 by 1 order, and B is equal to 2, 3, again 2 by 1 order. Okay, this is how we have assigned the names to the matrices. Now, to find out values of x and y, this is the purpose. When they ask us to solve equations, means we need to find out the values of the variables involved in the equation. What we need to do first, we will try to find out A inverse. Now why A inverse? What we're going to do, we will be solving the sum further so that we get value of x here. So if I take this A to RHS, what we will get here, if I take this A to RHS, we will get value of x, and when A goes in RHS, it will be A inverse into B, right? So this is understood that we need to find out A inverse first of all. Now we have already seen how to find inverse of a given matrix in previous videos. You can check out from the links which I will be giving in the description section below. Well, for now I am continuing with how to find A inverse. Very first, you need to find out determinant value of matrix given. Okay, so let's solve this quickly, and we get 3 minus 4, that is minus 1, which value is not equal to 0, which says that A inverse exists. Very important step for every sum where we are trying to find out inverse of a matrix. Always find out its determinant value. If it comes not equal to 0, that means the inverse exists, and then we can solve further. So further I say, now consider A into A inverse is equal to I. Now what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to find out A inverse here. A determinant A, we will matrix A we will write here 1, 2, 2, 3 into A inverse is equal to identity matrix of 2 by 2 order we will take here. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take help of row transformation so that I get A inverse value in this sum. Okay, so let's see. Very first, if you still remember how we proceed for using elementary transformation to get inverse of a matrix, this element should be 1, which is already 1 here. Now using this one, try to make 2 as 0. So what transformation we can use here? This is second row, so I'm trying to perform the transformation in R2. So R2 becomes R2 minus 2R1. If I use this, then easily I'll be able to make this element as 0. Okay, so nothing is going to be changed in first row, so I write the elements as it is. And here R2 minus 2R1 means 2 minus 2 into 1, that gives you 0. 3 minus 2 into 2, what is it? 3 minus 2 into 2, 3 minus 4, so that gives you minus 1. Okay, into A inverse is equal to, same transformation you will have to perform in RHS for the identity matrix taken. Write row 1 elements as it is. So here what you will get, 0 minus 2 into 1, so that is minus 2, right? And then 1 minus 2 into 0, that is 1 minus 0, give you 1. Now next, this element, we need to make this element as 1. So simple, it is minus 1. What we will do, we will multiply this by minus 1. So minus 1 into R2. Okay, so what we get further, I write row 1 elements as it is. Now in second row you have to multiply each element by minus 1. So we are getting 0, 1 here, and here 2 and minus 1. This was pretty easy. Now next, last step left, this element 2 we have to convert it into 0 by using this 1 here. Okay, so what transformation we can use? 2 minus 2 into 1. So that is, in R1 we are using R1 minus 2 R2. Okay, so R2 elements I am writing as it is. Fine. Here also R2 elements I'll write as it is, and in R1 we have to make changes. So what we are getting, R1 minus 2 R2, R1 minus 2 into 0, that is 1 itself. 2 minus 2, it gives you 0. And then here 1 minus 2 into 2, that is 1 minus 4, that will give you minus 3. And then 0 minus 2 into minus 1, that is 0 plus 2, so that gives you 2. Okay, so now here in LHS, when the given matrix A is converted into identity matrix, that means we have reached this step. I into A inverse is equal to this matrix. So that means A inverse is equal to matrix with elements minus 3, 2, 2, minus 1. Okay, so this is the value we have got for A inverse. Now we will continue further because we are actually trying to find out value of x. Okay, so let's continue it further. Now once when we have obtained the value of A inverse, now we will proceed further to find the values of x. So consider Ax is equal to b, therefore x is equal to A inverse b. We will write the matrix of all these respective names. For x we have matrix with elements xy, and then A inverse, from here we will write into B. What was that B matrix? It was with value 2 and 3. Okay, now see, order of this matrix A inverse is 2 by 2 and order of matrix B is 2 by 1. Now first of all you need to be very careful to understand whether the product is possible or no, product of two matrices. How do we check this? We have already solved this in the previous videos. Once again I'll remind you, what you need to do is check the number of columns of first matrix and number of rows of second matrix. If this is same, equal, that means product is possible, and the resultant matrix which you will be obtaining, that will be of the order 2 by 1. Okay, that is 2 rows and 1 column. So let's solve it further. What we will get, minus 3 into 2, that is minus 6, plus 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay, and then 2 into 2, 4, plus minus 1 into 3, minus 3. Okay, so this is 2 by 1 order, 2 rows and 1 column, right? So our sum is correct. What remains? Let's solve this. We get 0 and 1. So when you, this is for x and y. So when you compare on both sides, I write comparing on both sides, what we will get? We will get value of x as 0 and value of y as 1 from this. So you can just write down, therefore solution is 0, 1. Okay, this is how we solve given simultaneous equation by using inversion method. Now we will continue further with finding or solving equations by reduction method. Okay, now let's check how to find a solution for these simultaneous equation by using reduction method. How to find equation or how to solve these equations by using reduction method. First of all, I will write the given equations in matrix form. This is to be done similar way how we have done in the previous sum. So write coefficients of x and y here. Then here x, y, two variables are there, and here 5 minus 3, the values on the RHS. Okay, now what you need to do in reduction method is whatever matrix you have here, okay, you need to convert this into an upper triangular matrix or a lower triangular matrix. Now upper triangular matrix means the element which are below the diagonal, you need to convert that as 0, and the element which are above the diagonal, if you convert that as 0, so it will be a lower triangular matrix. Now I am focusing on how do I make this a upper triangular matrix. So what I need to do, I need to transform this 3 into a 0. So now how do we do that? We will use row transformation. Okay, I have to conduct the transformation in row 2. So since it is a 2 here, it's going to be a little tricky. What you can do is either you can say 3 minus 3 upon 2 into 2. See what I am saying? I'll just write it down here. 3 minus 3 upon 2 into 2. So this 2 will get cancelled, and what will remain is 3 minus 3, that will give you 0, right? But instead I am trying something else. Just check if you feel this easy, if you find this easy. What I'll do, I'll multiply this. See, this is what we used to do when we used to solve the sum simultaneously, equalizing the coefficients, right? So I'm going to use that. What we will do, multiply this by 2 and this by 3. And how we will use it in transformation, just check out. I'll say 2r2 minus 3r1. Fine. So when I do this, what we will get? X and y I will write as it is, and here first row elements, let it be same. We are doing the transformation in R2. So 2R2, that is 2 into 3, minus 3R1, that is 3 into 2, that is 6. So 6 minus 6, we are getting here 0. Fine. And then here what we will get? 2R2, that is 2 into 5, 10. 10 minus 3 into R1, 10 minus 3. So we get 7. Going easy? Then 2R2 this side. 2 into minus 3 gives you minus 6. Minus 3 into 5, that is 15. So minus 6 minus 15, we are getting here minus 21. So this was pretty easy. This way we have converted the given matrix A into upper triangular matrix. Now what we need to do, we need to multiply this here in LHS. What we will get? 2x plus y is equal to 5. See how I am doing this? 2 into x plus 1 into y is equal to 5. Okay, this will be our equation 1. And then second row and this column, 0 into x, 0, plus 7 into y is equal to minus 21. Okay, so this is second. From here I get value of y as minus 21 upon 7. Therefore y is equal to minus 3. And then I put y is equal to minus 3 in equation 1. So I get 2x plus minus 3 is equal to 5. That will give us 2x minus 3 is equal to 5. So therefore 2x is equal to 5 plus 3, that is 8, Therefore x is equal to 8 upon 2, that gives you 4. Therefore solution is 4 comma minus 3. Okay, this is how we solve the simultaneous equations by reduction method. Okay, our next is a word problem given, and it has been asked to solve this problem and find out the cost of each item by using matrices. Okay, so what I'll do, they have asked us to find cost of each item. The items are pencil, erasers and pens. Pencils, pens and erasers in this order. So we will write down first, let cost of each pencil, pen and eraser be x, y and z respectively. Fine. So it will be easier if you try to write it in a tabular form, whereas it is not compulsory that you make the tabular form, but just to solve this sum I will write it in this way. See, the question says cost of 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers is rupees 60. So I have made these 4 columns: pencil, pen, eraser and the last one for cost. We have taken variable x for cost of pencil, y for cost of pen and z for cost of eraser. Okay. So now let us write down from first statement: 4 pencil, 3 pens, 4 pencils, 3 pens and 2 erasers cost rupees 60. Cost of 2 pencils, 4 pens and 6 erasers costing rupees 90. And then 6 pencils, 2 pens and 3 erasers costing rupees 70. Okay, so using this, let us write down the equations. How you will get it? 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. What I'll get? 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. Then 2x plus 4y plus 6z is equal to 90. And then 6x plus 2y plus 3z is equal to 70. Okay, so now we have written the given information in equation forms, and then let's try to solve it further. Very simple. We have so far seen two methods of solving equations. One is inversion method and one is reduction method. So any method you can use, but this is my suggestion. Whenever we are solving word problems, please, it is very much suggestible that if you follow reduction method. Okay, so for that what we need to do, we will have to write this down in matrix form first of all. So we get 4, 2, 6, 3, 4, 2. See, I am just writing the coefficients. 2, 6, 3. There are 3 variables. So value of matrix X is X, Y, Z. And then value of matrix B is 60, 90, 70. Okay. Now what we will do, we will try to convert this into a upper triangular matrix or a lower triangular matrix. So what you need to do for converting this into a upper triangular matrix, the elements which are below the diagonal, try to make it as 0. That means we need to focus on making these 3 elements as 0. So let's see what transformation we can use. It will be best and better if you can use multiple transformations in one step itself. See, this one is our R1, this is R2 and this is R3. Fine. Okay, so what we can do here, let's try to think of this. Okay, in R2, first of all, we will consider in R2 as 2R1. Transformation is in R2 as 2R2 minus R1. Okay, fine. And then here we will use in R3, we will use R2 if you want, or no problem, because R2 is going to change here. So let's try to think of something with R3 itself. So in R3 we can use R3 minus this we will use. So 3 upon 2 into R1. Let's try to solve this. 6 minus 3 upon 2 into 4. So 2 2s are 4. Okay, here we will get 0. So I will take 3 upon 2 R1. This transformation. Fine. Let's see how we can solve and what answer we will get further. Okay, now since I have turned the page, you can just pause the video just before this and try to solve using the transformation given. Well, these are the values we will be getting after using the transformations. Now these two elements are already 0. Try to make this one as 0. So very simple transformation here in R3 we can use as R3 plus 1 upon 2 R2. Okay, just check this. Fine, this one will become a 0. So what answer we will get? We need the transformation only in row 3. So write down row 1 and row 2 as it is first of all. Okay, 0, 5, 10. So here 0 and then R3 plus 1 upon 2 R2. Just see. Minus 5 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 into 5. What is this? R2. 1 upon 2 into 5. So what we are getting here? Okay, what we will get here? Minus 5 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2 into 5, that is 5 upon 2. So minus 5 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2, that will give us a 0. And then same way here, it is 0 plus 1 upon 2 into 10, that is 10 upon 2, that gives us 5. Same way, solve it in RHS. So on solving, we are getting here as 40. Okay, now we need to multiply this and directly I will write. So I get 4x plus 3y plus 2z is equal to 60. Okay, then 0x, so I am not writing that. I will get 5y plus 10z is equal to 120. This is equation 2. And then here 0x plus 0y plus 5z. So we get 5z is equal to 40. So here we are getting z is equal to 40 upon 5, that is 8. We got a value of z here. So from 2 we will get 5y plus 10 into 8 is equal to 120. As 5y plus 180, 10 into 8, that gives you 80 is equal to 120. Therefore 5y is equal to 120 minus 80. Therefore 5y is equal to 40 and therefore y is equal to 8. Fine. And then next from 1, maybe from 1. So 4x plus 3 into 8 plus 2 into 8 is equal to 60. So what we will get? 4x plus 24 plus 16 is equal to 60. 24 plus 16 gives you 40. So that 40, when you will take to RHS, you will get 60 minus 40, 20. Therefore x is equal to 5. Okay, here we got value of x, y and z, which is nothing but variables which we selected in the beginning for cost of each pencil, pen and eraser. So we will write therefore cost of each pencil, pen and eraser are rupees 5, rupees 8 and rupees 8 respectively. Okay, this is how you will solve all the word problems. It's very easy and the most scoring topic from Maths 1. So keep practicing.